It's my pleasure to be talking to you wherever you are in the world. Things are great here at the moment. We're really enjoying increasing freedoms as we navigate through the recent disruption of COVID. And I hope you've all been keeping well and your families are well. So I'm the founding dean and now just a normal member of the academic faculty. Passed over that baton to Professor Tony Edwards a little while ago, and we're in very good hands with his leadership. So without any further ado, what are we? Well, Loughborough University London is still a newish postgraduate research intensive campus on the Olympic Park in London. We set up the campus to make an impact to the regional, national and international community by bringing a world-class education with intensive research and what we call impact. So enterprise-related activities with partner organisations and taking advantage of what is one of the most dynamic and vibrant new developments in the heart of London, the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. So why London? Well, for many of you, it's an iconic city. It's a global city. It's one of the most cosmopolitan and metropolitan cities in the world, and it's a fantastic place to have a campus. It's particularly special for Loughborough because of our sporting traditions and heritage to have a physical presence on the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, the site of the 2012 Olympic Games, now one of Europe's largest projects around innovation, new digital media, entrepreneurship and tech. So education, big organisations, small organisations, all coming together post the Olympic Games on this brand new, beautifully landscaped estate or park, if you like, right in the middle of one of the best capital cities in the world. It's a great place to be, and Loughborough, we already feel very much at home there. I'm sure you would too. So what makes us different is that we collaborate. It's in our DNA. We are all about sharing what we do and doing it with others. What we set out to do is deliver relevant, purposeful, educational content of the highest level. So we're trying to, on the one hand, create an outstanding classroom experience. On the other, we're trying to connect our students to the outside world, a network of stakeholders, if you like. This is individuals who are starting businesses, it's people who are running large global organizations and everything in between, including charities and third sector, non-profit organizations. So it's a diverse ecosystem of employers and businesses and organizations that are coming together to co-create special content to make an impact around the world. And what we're doing is making the theory and the practice around a broad range of contemporary master's programs come together in one place, so that you get the classroom experience with the academics and you get connections and opportunities to interact with people who are practicing those disciplines in the world of work. So a good example of that is the collaborative project. Here we have external organisations, big and small, from the UK and beyond, setting projects for students of different disciplines to work on together. So we push students into groups. They're by definition diverse, multinational, multicultural, students studying different disciplines, coming together to address what we would refer to as a real world challenge or real world problem set by an external organisation because it matters to them. And they are tapping into the creativity of that student group, working together, networking and interfacing with external organisations within that partner and beyond to come up with ideas and present them and prototype them and see what will work. And that interaction is very rich. It's a steep learning curve. It can feel very unsettling, but by interacting with partner organisations and seeing how other groups are working, what goes well and what doesn't, learning about team working, collaboration, project management, it all comes together to be a very rich, relevant, CV enhancing experience. So a quick example But this was with elder care through technology. Both in the UK and around the world, aging populations, how do we deal with the shortage of carers in an innovative way? And the idea here was to allow insights that might then promote and stimulate future activities, commercial and otherwise, with people coming together. I'm bringing this one up because it was part of the Tata Consulting group, and it went really well. And so what came out of this was student-led content that has now been picked up by the client and some of their partner organizations to develop business to customer, business innovations in this area. So lots of different examples, but you'll appreciate it's contemporary, it's relevant, it's multifaceted, working with globally iconic partner brands, delivering a real impact both locally, nationally, internationally. So just changing tack a little bit, I want to get back to some of the basics of what Loughborough London comprises. And we've set ourselves up around 7 institutes. I'm not going to read them all out by name, but you can see them on my screen. And the thing to note is that they're very broad and complementary. So design, digital tech, international governance, diplomacy, innovation, entrepreneurship, media, creative industries, sport, they all sit together around the growth economies of the world. These are internationally relevant disciplines where there are lots of high prospect growth, high value jobs in the emerging and established economies of the world. And you can appreciate that some sit together nicely in clusters, and you can collaborate with people from different programs, and it works as a really coherent and varied offer. Career support is something I wanted to tease out just in this scene setting presentation because it's fundamental to what we do. We are really driven to provide an experience which allows our students confidence that they are studying and engaging and networking with the right type of employers, doing the right type of activities to not only enhance their CV, but give them the practical steps and confidence to leverage the qualification and all the people and places they've visited to hit that trajectory of a graduate career. For some, that will be the first time in employment. For other students, it's a mid-career development, or they're looking to change track. For many students, it'll be about how do I get the experience to start my own business? I've got an idea, I'd like to pursue that. So we don't have a single model of what career support looks like. It's multifaceted. We're providing support across lots of different dimensions with insight days, career fair days, inviting guest speakers from industry into our classroom, and providing practical handheld experiences around interview preparation, writing a CV, talking to alumni who are already in similar jobs, and so on and so forth. I mentioned briefly that we're passionate about supporting students to start their own businesses, and I know that that's an area very close to Ben's heart, and he'll be able to talk all day about what we do in that space. And we've had lots of students enjoy coming to us with ideas. Maybe some have already started a business, or they've tried something, it's not really worked. But that we bring that community together. We have lots of spaces, events. We're going right through that. How do I go from a concept right through to incorporating a business and taking a product to market? And we see students at all stages in that cycle. We embrace them, we support them, we give them practical skill sets and the confidence. And because we do it as a community, there's always somebody to share the pain of the journey when it gets a little bit tough. So just last few slides, adaptations for this coming year. We've all been affected to some extent by the global pandemic, and Loughborough has spent a lot of time working on our response. We want to be providing an outstanding student experience, and we want it to be as safe as it can possibly be, and we want to be clear and transparent about what you can expect, things that will be a little bit different, what changes we've made, what practical sort of considerations we've brought in. There's lots of detail about this. You can ask questions about it, but also on our website, We can guide you through as much information as you would like. So I'm not going to talk in lots of detail. I just want to make it really clear that lots of thought has gone into and continues to go into this now. Our campus in London is already reopened. We have students in the facility right now enjoying the full utility of the building in a safe and enjoyable way. So we're building on that to make sure that it's as good as it can possibly be for September and beyond.